The release date for Monster Hunter Wilds was just revealed with the awesome surprise of a release before March 2025. This gives us a few months to wait, but why wait when you can prepare for what's coming? Here's 10 things you could do to prepare for the release of Wilds so you can get hunting right out the gate. Number 10, check your specs. Let's start with our console players. Monster Hunter Wilds is releasing on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. If you don't have one of these consoles, it may be time to consider some ways to earn some side money so that you can go get the console. For my PC players out there, the minimum and recommended specs for playing Monster Hunter Wilds is on the Steam page right now, and it's on screen for you as well. The graphics card requirements and storage are of particular note here. A 2000 series graphics card or higher isn't that bad, but it's gonna cost you some cash to upgrade if you don't have one. And you must have an SSD or solid state drive for your storage. Thankfully, those aren't too expensive, but don't get caught running too old of a hard drive. Plus, an SSD is a huge upgrade from a hard drive if you don't have one. Be sure to take a look at the specs page before pre-ordering so that you know if your rig or console is up to snuff before you play on release. Number 9, play a current Monster Hunter game. This one's for those of you who are watching who haven't played a Monster Hunter game yet, but you're pumped for Wilds to try out as your first Monster Hunter game. Why wait? Check out Monster Hunter World or Rise and give it a shot. Both of them are such amazing games, and you'll have a lot to learn and do before Wilds releases. If you're not sure which one to pick up, I would highly recommend going for World first, as it's going to feel the most similar to Wilds. A lot of returning mechanics from World will be in Wilds, and the gritty feeling in the game with hunting and fighting monsters will feel familiar when you hit Wilds. And for those who have played World and Rise already, don't forget that if you have save data in World and its DLC Iceborne, you get free cosmetics in Wilds. If you've uninstalled your game and you don't have any save data, now's the time to get in-game and get through Iceborne so you can get some free goodies for your Palico. I know that my Palico Punchy is going to appreciate bringing some outfits from Astera into Wilds. Number 8, pick up a new weapon. I gotta make a whole video about this someday, but maining only one weapon is like intentionally deciding not to interact with 13 free DLCs for this game. Each of the weapons are so different and offer new playstyles and challenges through the game, it's honestly a blast to learn a new one. I don't think everyone must do this, but it's just something to consider. But with Monster Hunter Wilds in particular, I talk about this more often because for the first time in the franchise, you get to take 2 weapons with you on hunts. Yeah, you could bring 2 longswords if you wanted to and never play another weapon, but I would highly encourage players to take time between now and Wild's release to start a new game over again and learn a brand new weapon that you're interested in. Then you'll have 2 weapons to hunt with when Wilds releases. A fun way to learn a new weapon is with a 100-hour weapon challenge. I'm currently doing this with every weapon in the game with the hopes to finish them all by the time Wilds releases. If you want to see the rules of this kind of challenge or a run through the game with this challenge, I've got links in the description for videos like that. Go ahead and check them out. Number 7, learn the items. Monster Hunter has had new items here and there over the years, but there's a bunch that have carried over into current games that I don't expect to go away. And let me tell you, there's a ton of items and crafting recipes in these games, and there's a lot to learn because of that. I'm sure we'll get new items and recipes in Wilds, but if you have a good handle on what the items are that carry over from World and Rise into Wilds, it'll save you some time in learning what they are and what you can do with them. This would also include things like mantles and the clutch claw. They may not perform the same way in Wilds, but they'll be very similar in what they can do when we get into Wilds. I've got a video going over the best item loadout in Monster Hunter World that goes through the items worth bringing on any and every hunt. Feel free to check it out and read up on what the items do, and it may even help you while you're playing World between now and the Wilds release. Number 6, decide how you want to experience Monster Hunter Wilds. Here's what I mean. There are 2 ways to do this in my opinion. The first way is to go find everything you can about the game before it releases and know everything there is to know when you walk into Wilds. This is how most people experience video games nowadays, and it will give you a big leg up when you get into Wilds. But the second way is done way less, and it's worth considering, especially now. Go into Wilds blind, without spoilers, or without more spoilers than you've already seen at this point. This is a fun way to experience a game because it surprises you every time something happens and you get to learn on the spot. Who knows? It could even change how you experience games in the future. Number 5, find some friends to hunt with. Monster Hunter is super fun, but it's even more fun when you get to play together with others. There's a huge community of hunters out there who would love to play with other people and are happy to help and guide players through the game. Many of them are in my Discord and on this channel in the comments looking to lend a hand. And if you really want to double down on the fun of Monster Hunter, get your friends to try it out with you. The most fun I've had in Monster Hunter is when I get to play with others and laugh at all the hilarious things that happen and yell at all those incredible moments when you stop a monster midair or finally slay that monster that you just couldn't beat. There's memories to be made for you and your friends in Monster Hunter. You can make them in Wilds too. Number 4, Engage with Monster Hunter content creators. There are a bunch of great content creators who are making amazing videos, art, music, and more around this game franchise. And the really great content creators are the ones who are engaging with their viewers and love hearing from those who enjoy their content. Leave comments, send fan art, come up with theories and builds, and engage with content creators now and through the release of Wilds, and you'll have a super fun community to be a part of while we wait in anticipation for the end of February. Currently, you're watching Giddy Fox Gaming, and thanks for that, by the way, but I'm not here just to plug my channel, because there's so many other great ones out there. For instance, check out Skoy Skull, Reaver Jolt, and Uno Hunter. These are all channels that I love to watch and hang out with and do collab projects with and such. They mostly do challenges and commentary on Monster Hunter games, which I get a kick out of. Also, check out ThinCut. He's an up-and-coming channel, and I've gotten to do a few projects with him recently, and I really enjoy him. He does Monster Hunter stuff as well as a few other games here and there, too. Alex Sucks at Games has a series that he's in the middle of right now that I'm hooked on, where he's going for every armor set and achievement in Monster Hunter World and Iceborne. I love his videos and humor, and I'm looking forward to helping him achieve his goal. If you're digging the mobile game, Monster Hunter Now, go check out Hunter's Notes, because dang, Zach is just a cool guy. I really enjoy his adventures and hunting crews, and it makes me wish that I lived nearby so that I could go dual blading with him on the run. And these are just some channels that I'm engaged with. There's plenty of others out there with some old faces that will likely return with Wilds as well. Number 3, start saving now. We have some time before Wilds comes out, and we already know the price. You can start saving a little bit here and there so that the cost of the game doesn't come as a huge blow to your resources in February. Heck, you could push some snow, mow some lawns, move some trash, or pull some weeds for people nearby between now and Wilds release just to make a little bit of extra side money. It's $70 here in the US for the base game, which isn't a small amount of money. But if you're anything like me, you're getting Wilds regardless because Monster Hunter is incredible. I'm already putting money aside, grabbing a few less Mountain Dews over the next few months just to afford it. And if you're gonna pre-order the game, you can kind of give yourself a little post-holiday present if you purchase the game ahead of time. If you're on PC and decide to pre-order, consider grabbing Wilds from my Nexus Shop. It's exactly the same price as it is on Steam. You get a Steam key when you pre-order from my shop, and you directly support my channel at no extra cost to you. It's a great way for you to get the game you are already gonna get anyways, and pass along a little support my way if you're interested in seeing my channel grow. There's a link in the description for my Nexus Shop, and thanks for your consideration. Number 2, beat Elatrion, Fatalis, and Arch-Tempered Falcana. These are the big 3 endgame monsters in Monster Hunter Iceborne, and they are incredibly tough to beat. And if you're like me and you want to prove yourself, do these solo. Yes, it's going to be tough. Yes, you're going to get frustrated, but I assure you that if you put in the time, have some determination, and keep improving, you're going to absolutely fall in love with the feeling of taking these monsters down. It's a massive W for you to have all these tough hunts conquered if you haven't done them yet. And if you haven't soloed them yet, it's even more gratifying. And my last one, complete all the achievements in Monster Hunter World and Iceborne. The reason why I'm highlighting World and Iceborne is because the activities you partake in to complete the achievements for these titles are returning in Wilds. At least a lot of them are. Plus, you'll have an amazing send-off to World as you walk into Wilds, as this is a monumental task to complete. If you get started now, you just might have enough time to finish and show off that sweet, sweet trophy or the 100% screenshot before jumping into a whole new adventure in Wilds. Good luck on your preparations, and I can't wait to hunt with you when Wilds releases. Happy hunting!